My name is Nick Lemke. I come from a little island in Florida called Goodland. I've been doing karate since I was about 20 years old. So now you're gonna know how old I am. That's about 35 years. I was looking for something to do that would give me the physical exercise that I got from training for sports. Going to the gym. In college, I started doing that. Just sitting there and pumping iron. It didn't do anything for my mind. So I met a group of people in college that trained karate, long story short, and I started training with them. And these guys train harder than I ever did preparing for any sport. And that's what I liked about it in the beginning. When you first start training karate, you run into the physical aspect of it. You probably witnessed that today in class. There's a lot of stationary exercises, karate techniques. From there, we go into something called Zenshin Kotai. We do the basics. The Zenshin Kotai is still basics, but you're starting to take those techniques and you're starting to move while executing these techniques. Zenshin Kotai is just done forwards and backwards. Then we move into kata. Kata is prearranged set of movements that contain the fighting applications. So then you start to study the kata, to start to find these applications. And that really is what exercises your mind. Your mind's always thinking. The layers of learning never stop. So once you think you've got it, and then you go in front of your teacher or someone that's got a lot more knowledge, all of a sudden they bring you back down to earth and you don't know as much as you thought you did. That's what keeps me going. It's the layers of learning. I feel lucky that I found this. My brother actually is the one that introduced me to my teacher, Dan Smith. And when I first met him, I didn't even really need to see him perform this style of karate. I knew just after listening to him that this is what I wanted, right? I had been training with the college group for a little while before I met Sensei. I feel lucky that I didn't have to go through several different schools or styles to find this. I found this on the first time around. I just feel lucky. It's done wonders for me in my life. It's brought me around the world. I've trained karate in Europe, and I've been to Japan several times. I lived in Japan for a year, Okinawa. Built a lot of relationships all around the world, from Central America to Mexico, United States, Canada, and Europe. So I tell my students, I say, if you stay in karate long enough, it'll take you places around the world and build lots of great memories.